To Get With The Programming, I'm Chase Ingram.
I'm Captain America.
And along with me is Bill Grundler.
Wolverine.
I'm sad I don't get to do all the other sound bites because the other guys aren't here.
Dude, the way you had John's kind of on quick dial were the best, and you threw them in at the best times. Like you couldn't have planned that better. You picked him out, and then he would say something, you'd be like, you'd nail him with one.
Yeah, I was like,
boom, nail him with another. It was so funny. So funny.
If you guys don't know what we're talking about, we did a show last Friday night called Tia vs. Laura, but it was a game show. So if you guys didn't get to watch, it happens to be our most watched episode ever, outside like having Dave Cascio come on to talk about programming the CrossFit Games. I feel like that's a bit unfair.
Yeah, totally. That's like we got to talk to God on that one.
Yeah. It's like Jesus called down. He's like, hey, let's talk about
you want to talk about creation?
Living your life. Like, oh, great. Yeah. It's best show ever. But it was the biggest show we ever had. And if you haven't seen the show, one, big thanks to John Young, Tyler Watkins, Taylor Self, all jumping on to party with us as we were doing that. But it's a game show. Like, we made it a game show. And if you've never seen it, I highly recommend watching it with just like a pen and paper in your hand and just follow it. Like, you don't need to know the premise of it. I feel like it explains itself pretty well from the beginning.
Yeah.
But it was super fun. And I was telling you earlier, I was like, I will go back and watch old shows because for the same reason we would listen to our broadcasts. Like Rothy and Barney and Charlie would tell us, is like, listen, if you want to get better at what you're doing, you need to go back and listen to and watch what you did.
Right.
And when you do that,
it's really hard.
It's
by the way.
awful, right? Like what I liken it to is that everybody has left a voicemail, and there are certain days where they could play it back. Like, do you want to leave this? You're like, that's what I sound like?
Yeah.
Or that was the stupidest thing. I sound so dumb. Or even when you like put your own voicemail greeting on your phone. Just imagine that, all right? So that's 10, 15 seconds at most. Now imagine doing that for 10 hours times 4 or 5 if it's the CrossFit Games, and then going back and just listening to how terrible you are at your job, wondering why they brought you back in the first place. So I'll go back and watch for that purposes, but I went back and I just selfishly, and I mean, I'm talking about our own stuff here, but like, I just really enjoyed what we did. It was super fun.
No, it was super fun. The twist, I thought it was great that you put the percentage piece into that. Like, okay,
I didn't know that was going to land that well. I was really nervous about that.
That was the part that made it like, well, shit, now I don't know what to say. Because I know I can remember for the most part. I mean, for the most part, we all remembered who could win the event. And even if you didn't know what the event, well, this was the other thing. If you didn't say what the event was because you didn't tell us, it was like, oh shit, what was that event? So I like that little history part, but the having to figure out, it's like, okay, I know that Tia won that event, but like, how much? What's the percentage of that? I don't even know. So trying to do that math part was really hard. And so there was like you'd get your like, okay, I know I'm going to get my 1 point, and then I'm just fucking, I'm pulling something out of my ass on this next one. I have no idea what I'm going to do. Yeah. It was fun. It was really fun.
So when I was making the concept and building it out, I was like, okay, everybody can guess head to head, but I feel like that's pretty easy for most, especially the people that we had on.
Yeah.
But I was like, oh, I wanted to look at percentages because the big question I wanted to answer was, there's going to be such a major shift of venue this year at the CrossFit Games because we are taking everything that would normally be outside and going inside. And so it will change the program. I know the venue's bigger. You can do more things out there. I get it, but it's still not like you're not doing the Capital.
No.
Or muscle up logs or pig. I mean, you might be, whatever. It will be different. And I was like, okay, well, how do they perform head to head versus outside events versus inside events? And then as the show went, we're like, you know what? Most inside events are in this time frame with these type of programming.
Yeah.
Okay, so there is a difference of what gets programmed here and what gets programmed there. Obviously, that will change, right? You won't just program inside events for inside because of what we had in Madison or Carson. But then we looked at, okay, well, what's the difference between outside events? Like, well, they're usually longer. They've got different implements when it comes to those things. I feel like the creativity outside is more expressed than inside.
Oh, dude, Burden Run, right? That idea,
Run,
you know, totally.
the battleground or
All
the
of those, yeah, the obstacle
ski.
course stuff.
Yeah,
I mean,
so
all of those.
now you can make it work, right? But like sled push, pig flip, muscle ups, like just stuff like that. You just first cut. Like I guess you could do that inside and
See, but
have
I see, but I really don't. I think that the premise was great. The other thing it did is it forced you to think about like, okay, what does when you get outside, you do you like the gutters are pulled away. Like you can do
mhm.
anything now. Like the only time we really went an outside style inside is when we did the marathon row.
Right.
Like that's the only long event. And I just don't think that they're gonna have the games where everyone's running on the assault runners. I don't see that happening. But
Outside of the
now
marathon
it'll be
row.
different. Now it'll be different.
Yeah, that's well, I didn't even think outside the marathon row, what's the longest event they've ever programmed inside? Um,
I mean, one of the chippers.
what's the girl event they did in 2019? That's Cindy.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah, the 20-minute. Yeah, it was 20 minutes.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
what I'm
okay.
saying. Is it 20 minutes?
Yeah,
And it was an AMRAP.
right.
Is that the longest one they've ever had inside?
I think so.
Ooh,
No, well, at the games, yes.
at the games.
At regionals,
The
they
triple
did, like,
threes.
triple threes and
Yeah,
that stuff, but that was the indoor version.
very. Yes, thanks,
You
guys.
know
God, you guys are great.
Yeah, seriously.
You guys are on it.
See, but that's a perfect example. The fact that they did triple three at the games outside,
Mhm.
and then they did it inside, and how shitty it was when they did it inside.
Well, they had to do it on a runner.
No, but that's what I mean. Like, I think that aspect is what will change. Like, if you wanna go a classic long
Mhm.
outdoor event, like, now you're stuck to having to put them on assault runners, and,
Yeah.
like, we have done it in all of the semis and the regionals, like, we put the runners out there so that you can get all the different venues being the same, which is I understand why we do that, you know, because you try to make it all inside,
Mhm.
but,
You could.
oh, fuck,
You
boring.
could.
God.
I mean,
No,
the only
because
boring
so the
part is
last
that
run, they're on the runner, boring.
hey,
They wouldn't, dude, there's no way they would do that. No way. Because especially because Dave said he's more involved with programming with the games, creativity-wise, than he is with, like, the other segments.
yeah.
So there's no way he would do that. He doesn't wanna put them on runners like that for that long, no way.
No, I think
He gets the broadcast part now.
he
It's been a
does.
while. He
Yeah.
gets it now, though.
And, the thing
I
for
thought it was a
Dave
great
too is
part.
being on the outside looking in at last year's semifinals. Like, people forget, like, Dave wasn't a part of the programming team
Right.
for semifinals last year,
Yeah.
right? So, like, he got to sit with a much different view because even if you were a part of the programming and just sitting back and watching, you're still watching something that you have invested
Yeah.
in.
Yeah.
Like, Bill and I look at other people's programming much different than we look at each other's.
Oh, dude, when it's your programming, it's like your baby that's going out there like, "Oh my god, please be
Yeah.
nice to him."
Bailey, I feel like you haven't been here for a while. Did you fall in a hole or something you couldn't get out of?
But that'll be really
Do you
that will
agree
be
with, God, what was his name? The Games just posted this rant from, I know it's a joke, but about the open is for tall people.
Oh, yeah, I thought it was well,
Like, is this like
I
a
laughed.
spoof?
It had to have been.
Is this like the dumbest?
Yeah, because that's the only thing that the tall person can say. Or the short person can say. It's like that's it. That's all they're gonna talk. Maybe rowing too. But other than that, like that's it. That's all I got.
Oh, what's his? I should know his name. He was on the freaking Mayhem team for years.
Yeah.
Sorry, dude. But today we're going to talk about programming. We're actually going to program in real time. This is Bill's idea. I was like, hey, let's just, in years past, like, hey, here's my 3 events for what I would like to do for the Open. This isn't a prediction show. This is a programming show.
Yeah.
The prediction show will be next week, actually. Starting tomorrow, if you guys remember, in December, we did an Inside the Leaderboard show where we did a mock version of what the game spot allocations and the DeHunt method and the top 100 worldwide could look like if you went week to week through the Open and average that week to week with quarterfinals. We just did that show in December. Huge show. You guys were awesome coming to watch that. help and put together just a bunch of great stuff, like double what I did on my own,
Numbers.
like hundreds or 128 slides of. But every Wednesday before the Open, we are going to bring you guys the real version of what that show is going to be. And we're going to call it Inside the Leaderboard. So every Wednesday, the day before the Open will be announced, Bill and I are going to get on here and basically break down, say, week one of the Open. If they were taking game spots from the Open, what would it look like with the top 100 of the leaderboard after event one, after week two, after week three, and then move on to the quarterfinal. So that will be a weekly show that we're going to bring to you guys. But during the Open, we're going to do even more. We're going to look at maybe what the Dave Castro hint is going to be. And then we're going to look at what a week of CAP that week is actually looking like. We're going to pull up the workouts from CAP for the week. And then we're going to pull up a last week of .com, and we're going to put all these things together with some clues and say, all right, well, if this is today, and we have no idea, right? We don't know the cross connection between .com and CAP and the Open. They say there is nothing. Could be, could not be. But what we're going to do is we're going to have a speculation prediction show using Castro's hints, a week's worth of CAP programming, a week worth of .com programming, and we're going to guess what the workout will be for 24.1, 2, and 3, as well as do our Inside the Leaderboard show. So every Wednesday, the day before the Open announcements will be, that is when our announcements will be. Right now we have it for this time. So Wednesdays, 10:15 a.m. Pacific, Central Time, 12:15. But that's the idea. So we're going to do a preview show of what that will be tomorrow, just to basically go into more detail of what I was just going into. But today we're going to just program a 3-week Open. I have nothing written down. Bill has nothing written down. We just wanted to workshop this together, throw ideas out there for us as we do this. But as we look at what, say, 3-week Open could look like and how we want to talk about that, I feel like setting some baselines of what we're trying to accomplish, maybe what themes we want to work within, and then just go from there.
Yeah, totally. I mean, the only real clues, if you want to call them clues, that Dave's given is that, well, and even Boz too, is that floor plans aren't going to be a big deal. So people are going to be able to kind of use whatever space they have. So I think that's important to know. The fact that Dave said in his week in review that it's not about that he wants the intensity to be what moves the workout, not the creativity of the workout necessarily, but the intensity. So what that tells me is that, like, all right, that means that we're going to be moving, and it's something that everyone can be involved, especially the first one. So I think with those types of things, and knowing that 25%. So this is our fitness fun run. 25% is going to be moving on from here. I think that I don't want to say that it limits what we could choose, but it definitely, I mean, personally, I think it's going to be a lot of like what a lot of CrossFit gyms, their Saturday workouts would look like. Welcome everybody, come on in, and how can we make it so building type workouts? And did you hear when he said workouts or tests or whatever you want to call them? Did you hear when he said that? When Dave said that?
Yeah. Yeah.
I laughed. I'm like, you still couldn't call it events. You went from workouts to tests to whatever.
Yeah.
That was funny.
Right.
Do you think there's gonna be only 3 events, or do you think there'll be more? I'm thinking I think there'll be more.
I only want there to be 3.
Okay.
I don't like the part A, part B stuff.
What don't you like about it?
They don't get the scoring right.
Okay, that's true. If they got the scoring right, what would you like about it?
I'd be fine with that. You can do some type of Metcon for reps and lift for pounds and combine that, or average the score, or whatever that would be. But that's kind of part of my jumping off point for you is like, I don't want a part A and B.
Yeah.
I don't like them. They're not scored appropriately. They haven't been. So I just want to take that off the table, which means it'll probably be something like that. But I did like what Dave said was, I mean, classic in nature with old Open workouts used to be. And I wrote this down as we're talking, is that if I'm looking at 3 events for the Open, I flirt around 3 categories that we either have seen, haven't seen recently, and what I would hope the 3 would be. I put in buy-in. Buy-in usually being the point one version of the Open, the first workout of the year for the Open, where it's there. People have been putting 7 minutes of whatever in here. It's the 7 minutes of burpees of the Open. I don't want that 7 minutes of burpees. Like,
Oh, I see what you're saying.
you
So
see what I'm
event
saying? But
one is
like,
your
hey,
buy-in.
this is it, right? There's nothing sexy, as Dave said. It doesn't need to be. It doesn't need be flashy, or it's just like, hey, here's some work everyone can do. Everyone can do it faster, but everybody can do, right? And usually those that can do it faster is like, damn, this workout sucks. Like,
Right.
it's gonna hurt, right? The other one is I look at is stopgate events. Stopgate events is those ascending things, right? Whether ascending skills, ascending weights, time caps, things like that. I love stopgate workouts because that's when you can program heavy barbells hidden within fitness, right? You got to be fit to get to lift heavy, right? You have to be fit to do the high skill, right? I'm not just shitting on strong people, right? Like, you have all walks of life in here, and you can be fit, but if you don't have the skill or the strength, right? It's a stopgap for every demographic unless you have all your bases covered like a CrossFit athlete should. And then last one is just a yuck event. And that yuck event can be short or long, but it's the ones that are just classic Open, which I think Dave was talking about, is that it's the intensity of the workout, not the sexiness of the movements or the way it's constructed. That is the best part of it. So I have a buy-in, a stopgate, and a yuck.
You titled them same idea,
Really?
exact same idea,
Okay.
but completely different titles.
Okay, what are your three? Okay, so you have the three basically themes, but your title
Right.
different. Okay, what?
Yeah. So I had a blaster, and
Okay.
that's usually some sort. That would be like your faster one, some sort of a couplet usually. You could have some heavier weights in there, but something where like you're able to do the movement, whatever the movement might be, but you're moving at it. And because, especially with it the being the Open here, this ends up being the one that, like, if you are more fit and you're more elite, it's just gonna be that much worse on you.
Right.
Everyone's gonna be able to do it, but this
Yeah.
is gonna be shitty the better you are,
Yeah.
100%. The next one I had the long, and the long to me was not just long in duration, but that's the one where I saw your stop gate. That's the
Mm.
one where I saw
Mm.
the building, because
Okay.
you have a lot of time to
Yeah, I
allow
like that.
athletes to all play. I mean, nobody that has done the Open likes to see ring muscle ups as the very first movement, and then they stand there for 15 minutes and they can't do one. You want people to at least be able to get in to a certain amount. That's what they did on the one ascending with the double unders and the toes to bar and the cleans, was they gave everyone at least 8 minutes. They put that gate at 8 minutes. So everyone at least got to do that, and then you kind of jumped in from there. I see that being almost especially with what they're trying to do in keeping everybody involved, is that's where you put your building. That's almost like a must-have in the program, like years to come. And then the last one would just be classic, 10 to 12 minutes, a triplet, rounds of whatever. Not like an AMRAP, but a 4 rounds or whatever the thing might be. Like true classic, straight up CrossFit work, that it's going to be longer than, okay, this isn't just the blaster, but definitely shorter than the long building one. So that's kind of same idea,
Yeah.
just different kind of premises of what I was kind of molding in my head of what I want it to look
Cool.
like.
Yeah, I like that. What I wanted to do before we jump into kind of like thoughts, ideas, and even like start working in the movements is just take a peek at the last 3 years of the 3-week Open that we've had. So this is 2021, week 1. Everybody will remember this one. Time cap was 15 minutes, but it was 1, 3, 6, 9, 15, 21 of wall walks. This is the first time wall walks came to the Open. And then 10, 30, 60, 90, 150, and 210 on double unders. Which, as he's going, he's like 1, 3, 9. I was like, cool. 12. He goes 15. I go, oh shit. And he goes 21. I fucking lost now. I have no idea where these numbers were going. And this one is one of those where the wall walk is very difficult to do if you don't have shoulder stamina, the core stability, like that kind of stuff involved, especially with double unders at high volume. But that 139, it's not necessarily a stopgate style or even a buy-in style, but nothing here was inherently too difficult for anyone to do other than just being too tired to do them.
Right. I mean, and I think I know that the numbers threw your brain off quite a bit just with the OCD, but I think that like that first 136, it makes it to where it's not that excruciatingly daunting
Mhm.
for the people that have never gone upside down or done that wall walk, at least in the fashion that we were supposed to do at this time. I mean, what I remember coming off of this is it wasn't the pain of the wall walk, but dude, the next day, my ribs, all my intercostals they were destroyed after all that pushing is such a position that you're not really used to doing.
Mhm.
And then it's a lot of double unders. I mean, we came right out. It's nice to see 10, but
I
then
was
when you
so
look down
proud
and it
of
was
the
like
number of double unders.
210, ugh,
Like, finally,
I mean, yeah, I
finally.
just was hoping for a good day is what I was hoping for.
Yeah, yeah, good double under day. And what I liked here too is that it wasn't, there was no time, like a stop gate. Like we said, hey, if you're not here by 3 minutes, your workout's over. That'll
Right.
come in 2023, but it was like, all right, 15 minutes, go to work.
Yeah.
No one's wasting their time. It's either really hard and they have to rest, but like, that's okay. That's okay. So that was, that's your week one. Let's see. Week two was, look, this is a classic. I mean, this was a week one
Yeah.
in 17.
Yeah.
2017, dumbbell snatches alternating at 50 and 35. It went 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. And then after each set of dumbbell snatches was 15 burpee box jump overs at 24 and 20. It's a dumbbell. Most everybody can do this as prescribed.
Right.
Now, if that dumbbell's too heavy for you, welcome to CrossFit. Good. We'll get you stronger. There is a scaled version of this should you choose to go that path. If that box is too high for you, welcome to CrossFit. We'll get you stronger and more explosive. And one day we'll be jumping on that box. For now, you can step over. Right?
Yeah.
But nothing in here was outskilled or too hard to do as far as a programmed open workout.
No, and I really like this one. Just as far as what it is and what it's trying to do.
Yeah.
I mean, it's great because the best of the best can really get after this, and it's still a great race for them. And then everybody else below, from the almost awesomes to the sort of awesomes to the almost going to be awesomes, can still play. I mean, you're right. This is a all-encompassing, a very all-inclusive type of event. So I think this is a great one too.
And I'm with Janelle. My back and hamstrings in 2017.
Hamstrings for sure, yeah.
It's like, all right, dumbbell snatch. It's like, yep. It's like, I haven't done 150 of them, let alone in that direction of reps, right? I think if it went 50 down to 10, I would be less sore.
Oh, dude, 100%.
This went 1 to 50.
The mind games that goes on when you're in the set of 40s.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh my gosh, it's 38. Cool. I get to add 10 more when I get done with these.
Yeah.
Like anytime it's ascending, like that's so tough.
Mm-hmm. And I like what Bailey said here is like, so far I love these. I'm with you. It's like, I love the work hard ones, kind of an input output one, where it's like, hey, listen, here it is. The fittest, hardest working, pain caving diver is going to succeed. But at the same time, even not the complete novice, right? You still need to have some strength and fitness and skill. That's the open. It's a test. It's a competition, not a participation trophy. You signed up to compete. You paid money to be here. Where like everyone still has an opportunity to push as hard as they physically can. Which is, it's again, we've always said it's that two-pronged approach to the open that's so hard to nail sometimes.
Yeah.
All right, and then we moved to week 3, and that's where they had a two-parter. And it started off with 15 front squats, 30 toes to bar. These are all at 95 and 65, followed by 15 thrusters. Rest 1 minute. 15 front squats, 30 chest to bar, 15 thrusters. Rest 1 minute. 15 front squats, 30 bar muscle ups, 15 thrusters. And then it was over. And you had, what I want to say is you had a certain time.
Yeah. I think it was like
there you go. 15 minutes to get it all in. Right? Or no, it was 15 minutes just to get that in.
Right. That piece.
And then there was a complex after this.
Yeah, it was a clean and jerk, wasn't it?
It was like power clean, hang clean, push jerk, or whatever. I'll just pull it up.
Yeah, go to the next one.
Oh yeah, deadlift,
Oh,
clean,
that's right.
hang clean, jerk.
That's right.
I'm glad we went over it. I was so wrong. Deadlift, clean, hang clean, jerk. All right, 7-minute cap. Yeah, so you had 15 minutes to do all of that part. All right, but outside the lift, just looking at this workout in general is like this is what we call a stop gate.
Mhm.
Right, this is that ascending difficulty. Here, the difficulty was the gymnastic skill, where traditionally we've seen it be the weight on a bar, be the difficulty thing escalating as the workout went on. And here you got a 15-minute time cap. This is a 10 to 15-minute workout for most people doing this, or at least that's the range for most people taking it, doing this event. And what I liked here was that you also put like a little interval thing in here.
Oh, with the 1 minute rest. Yeah.
With 1 minute rest, right? But like 95 and 65 is Fran weight. You talk about classic CrossFit, Fran, 2159 thrusters and pull-ups. This is the weight they use. It's the 15 of each round. It's 45 front squats, 45 thrusters. And then you have, which is a total of 90 reps. And then you have 30 toes to bar, 30 chest bar pull-ups, and 30 bar muscle-ups, which is also a total of 90 reps, which makes me very happy. You got a lot of push-pull here, right? Squats only, toes to bar, pull, core on the rig, thrusters, which is squat and a press, right? And then you got the chest to bars, which is even more pull, the bar muscle-ups on top of that. So I really liked this. I loved this workout, actually.
No, the workout was great. I think so, it is kind of dabbling with the interval with that 1 minute because it is an insult. But you have to think about why they're doing the 1 minute because it's front squats, thrusters. So you're going to go right from, if they didn't have that, you'd go right from thrusters into front squats.
Yeah, blunt
It's
your
the same way.
a lot.
So you need that. Well, either one, you need that to kind of break up that squatting, or they would have had to have a different movement in there for the front squats if they wanted the thruster. I love the progression. Toes to bar, to the chest to bar, to the bar muscle up, and the 30 bar muscle up. Like if you're decent, then you're going to get into the bar muscle ups. And now it's just like, how good are you at bar muscle ups? Maybe you can get a couple, cool. Maybe you get your first one, fine. If you're awesome and you're one of those guys that can do like 20 something unbroken, awesome. So it really gives everyone a chance to get after it. And I think that that's really important. And this the fine line again, even for this year, even though it's the fun run, like, and that's what I'm really interested to see what the group is going to do is how do you make it to where it's not insulting to your better athletes, the ones that have been around doing it for a while, and it's not so coddling for the new people that isn't going to be, it's scary and I can't do that, so it's not worth my time. And
Right.
like that's a tough line to walk, especially this year, because this is, I think,
Well,
you know how it is, dude. This is a very important year for CrossFit.
this is a very important year for CrossFit.
Like they
And the
need to
CrossFit
nail. They
Games
need
is a
to
huge
nail
part of
this.
that.
Yeah.
A huge part of that. All right, so that was 2021. We'll kick over to 2023 again. We're just reviewing the last 3 years that had the 3 events in the Open. And this kickoff 2022, this was still Dave's programming, but he had gotten fired before the Open started.
Yeah, that's right.
Fired everybody up to sign up for it. And then Boz was thrust into the limelight. Complete as many rounds as possible in 15 minutes, 3 wall walks, 12 dumbbell snatches, and 15 box jump overs, 35 and 50 pound on the dumbbell. Step downs, I believe, were required for these.
Talk about a mix of the first 2 events all into
Right.
one.
It took 22.1 and 21.1 and 21.2, which is a Dave move, right? He did that from 2012 to 2013, right? You took
the burpees
12.1 and 12.2 and then made 13.1. So this is a little bit of a Dave callback for 22.1.
Yeah. And I wasn't overly excited that we had wall walks in this event. I mean, just like, oh, we just did it. Cool. But this was a great event. I mean, this is one that it's like, okay, you can move on this. And how bad do you want to hurt? So you set the time,
this one,
head down, and you just have to go. Like, you can make it really easy or you can make it really shitty.
Yeah.
And that's what was great about this one.
I made this one really shitty because I tore my calf the first round and then I kept going.
Ah,
That's when
man.
that's when the calf started to quit on me.
How did
I
you
think
how
I
did
had
you
just turned, no, I was 39.
how did you tear your calf on a step down?
I didn't, um, so I had strained it earlier, like 4 days earlier. So it was
Oh, yeah.
already primed.
Got it.
And what I was doing on the step down is I would step down, stay on the ball of my left foot, and then rebound off my right foot a little bit as it
Yeah,
came
yeah.
off the ground. And it
Yep.
just goes pop. I was like, damn. And I was round one, and I know Vellner had gotten close to 10 or something like that when it was him and Noah Olson. I
Yeah.
ended up getting 10 rounds though. I think I almost beat one of them.
Shit,
But then I was
the wing even, that's good.
that was not a good rest. Well, a couple years after that.
Right.
But I got my 10 rounds that I wanted, and that was just foreshadowing of what I was going to do my shoulder later that year.
There you go.
Oh, that hurts? Keep going. And then there was this one. 1 to 10 to 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, all the way back to 1. Deadlifts and bar facing burpees at 225 and 155. Now I put this in the yuck category.
Oh, so yucky.
Right? Let's just not blow off the fact that there was 105.
Yeah, 55 and
Or no, 100. 100 total.
55, 45. Yeah, 100.
100 total. Deadlifts at 225 and 155 and bar facing burpees, of which rest in peace to your posterior chain that you may or may not have smoked the week before.
Hinge aplenty is what they should have
Although
called
we're
this
not
one.
reviewing the program, we already did that. But yes, this one was, I know we liked it because it's classicness in nature, but there was like, hey, deadlift it and do a burpee and then keep going up. And now you go back down.
Yeah, the technical element wasn't there, so it really allowed everyone to play.
Yeah, this is a grunt.
Yeah.
Yuck workout.
I was actually really happy that they could have gone lighter on the deadlift. I'm glad they didn't for this one. I'm glad that they forced people to kind of hop in there and be like, hey, look, it's 10 minutes. So fight in there on the deadlift. Like, try to get it. This very easily could have been one where, in fact, they've done that one. I don't remember what the number was, but the box jumps and the deadlifts that increased.
Oh, yeah.
So, you could very easily make the deadlift, because of its non-technical nature, just make it heavy. And it was just enough for everybody. Just enough. And it was great because you take a deadlift event, which, especially you've said this a lot, the deadlift, a 1 rep max especially, is like a party trick. And here we turned it into you really had to race this.
It was work capacity.
It became a great race.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
It did. Like, this was, regardless of how you feel about it personally.
Totally.
This was a gross open workout that I wouldn't mind not seeing those again. Dude.
See, and I think something like this, honestly,
so that's what I'm saying. Like, format-wise,
it's perfect.
I'm good.
This is the classic simple eloquence. It's like, doesn't have to look ominous. It's about as simple as you can get.
Right.
Pick something up and jump over it. That's it.
What if they did this with, I don't know, this format? It's sneaky volume.
Oh, dude, it's disgusting.
Yeah.
The presentation of this is good. It's nasty.
Well, I was just thinking, this would be a fun one to do with rowing and wall balls.
Says the tall guy.
Yeah, says the tall guy. But the Open's for tall people, right?
Totally. Yep,
that's what we heard.
Only.
That's what we heard. All right, number 3, since there are only 3. 21 pull-ups, 42 double unders, 21 thrusters at 65 and 95, and then 18 chest to bar pull-ups, 36 double unders, 18 thrusters at 115 and 75, 15 bar muscle ups, 30 double unders, 15 thrusters at 135 and 85. So this is that ascending one, not necessarily a stopgap because there wasn't any time constraints other than the time cap itself. But it's like, all right, do you have the skill set to do pull-ups? Great. What about chest to bar? Okay. Do you have bar muscle-ups? Do you have bar muscle-ups when you're tired and racing? How's your thruster strength? Can you do 21 reps at the classic opening rep scheme of Fran, as we said in 2021? Okay. Can you do it with 18 reps and heavier? Can you do it with 15 reps at the end of this whole thing after you spent yourself just to get to the barbell at the end? Because the double unders were just like a gnat flying around your face in the middle of the workout. And finish here. And again, aside from maybe the balance between why the double unders are in there at all, like even if you just took the double unders out, like there's your ascending scheme. This was a yuck intensity workout. If you had the skill set, fitness, strength, all the above.
Yeah, if you look at all the pieces here, you have the increase in gymnastics, which again allows your higher end athlete, your more elite level athletes to really have the skill level that they need to have a good race. I mean, we've already said that like Fran should not be a race for elite level athletes just because it's too easy. Like
It's a
it
range
doesn't,
of motion.
yeah, it just doesn't test them. But now you have an increasing amount. You have an increasing amount of the weight, which is great.
Yeah.
I like that they increase the weight. It's not excruciatingly heavy by any means, but it definitely changes
Sneaky
it.
volume twist. Because if it was 21, 15, 9, I don't think it would have played as well.
Right. No, totally. You had to have that. I mean, and I'm not a double under fan necessarily because I could be hit and miss. But you're right. I think that the double unders here are almost insignificant. They should at least double them. If you're gonna have it. You know, I mean,
doubled would have been good.
I think so. I mean, it still would have kept you moving. You know, it wouldn't have been like this long drawn out element, but it's just enough to make it count to be there. Allow enough opportunity to either one, have the people that are good at it, give them a good rest to really push, or give the athletes that, you know, they really need to concentrate on. Like if I was to look at this, none of the things would call out anything to me other than the double unders. Like, okay, don't mess up on the double unders. Cool it on the double unders.
Yeah, just chill. But
like
even if you did on those double unders, it ain't.
I mean, like you go mess it up here, it's nothing's gonna happen. You're not penalized by it.
Yeah.
So you need to have a little bit more. But then that three prong, and I like it at the end of the open of this year. I mean, like it's a great way to kind of cap. Hey, all right, now we're gonna give you some skill. Put it all together now.
Right. We're taking 25% to quarterfinals. We don't need to overskill the open.
No.
Quarterfinals is going to be there. Although now 25%, we don't need to overskill the quarterfinals either. But like, okay, say 2 years, 21, 22, we see a little bit of those themes that we're talking about, right? We've seen the buy-in workout. Double unders, wall walks, maybe not as much as the dumbbell snatches and burpee box jump overs. I think that was a big buy-in one. But even the 3 wall walk, dumbbell snatch, burpee box jump, or box jump over one in 2022 or 22.1 might be, like you said, it's the blend of those two. So those two that we said could both be 0.1s ended up being a 0.1. All right, go to 23.1 as we wrap things up of what was the last couple of years, and then we'll go into maybe what we'll see or what we would do for this year. Repeat, it was 14.4 is the repeat for 23.1. Complete as many reps as possible in 14 minutes. 60 cal row, 50 toes to bar, 40 wall ball shots, 30 cleans. You could power them. 135 and 95, 20 muscle ups. I forgot it was 95 for the weight.
Yeah.
That they had in 2014. I was like, oh, good for you guys. Why did we stop doing that?
Yeah, seriously, it's not like people got weaker.
Yeah. That's one thing I was like, can we just pick a weight and stick with it? Please?
Seriously.
Everybody's gotten better. We can do it. But that's aside the fact. We're not analyzing the program right now. I said, sorry, I freaking default mode.
Right.
This as a week 1 buy-in, everybody focuses on the ring muscle ups and saying that this had no place to be in the open period, which is so just crazy. Preposterous.
So crazy.
Or week 1 in general is like, Why not?
The crazy thing is that every single person that said that never made it to the muscle ups
Right.
anyway.
Or I saw this, I think this was on Savon's podcast and Hiller was on, and someone had asked Hiller, he's like, I can do 10 muscle ups.
Oh, I saw that one. Yeah.
Did you see that? And I was
Yeah.
like, you're going too fast.
Totally.
He's like, you're going too fast. Like, I got there with 4 minutes.
I had 4 minutes
4
left.
minutes to
What do I
spare.
need to do?
Holy shit. You need to slow down, bro.
Yeah, totally.
But this one is like, okay, 60 calories on the rower. Everybody can do that. 50 toes a bar is a big chunk, but most everyone can do those. And if not, like that's not no reason, right? If you can do a toes to bar, then you will work through 50 toes to bar. And there will be time to do that. If you can't do toes to bar, it didn't matter to begin with. You didn't have the prerequisite skill you needed to advance in the open or that you're ready for the RX division. 40 wall ball shots. Nothing. That's nothing. And then 30 cleans at 95 and 135, just to clean, just to power clean, that's grace with half of the range of motion. And then I get it, muscle ups at the end. But just to get there, you had to be super fit. And just to get through this.
If, and not to reprogram this, do you think it would be any different if we flipped the wall balls and toes to bar?
Yeah.
So that you can continue to keep people in, because I mean, toes to bar can be tough, and if you're stuck doing singles,
here's why I like that. Is because you go monostructural to weightlifting to gymnastics to weightlifting to gymnastics.
Yeah.
Right. And it's like 10 toes to bar are much more difficult than 10 wall ball shots.
Oh, hell yes, dude.
And cow row coming off the row and going to the wall ball. I like that juxtaposed movement pattern. Leg drive, not hip pull. Extension, but hip drive and pull into a below parallel squat, leg drive, hip extension into push. Yeah, and then you go into a core dominated pull from the rig into the reverse, right? You get opposing movement patterns. Shit, now that we're talking about this. You get opposing movement patterns for the row and the wall ball, and then you get the same thing for the toes to bar and the cleans, because now you're doing a hinge close. Right, you're doing a hinge close, flexion. Sorry, a flexion close on the toes to bar, and then doing a hinge pull from the floor on the power clean. Like it's wonderful. And then you throw in a muscle up that requires all of those things.
Right, and you just taxed all of those things, and now it's like, okay, now do you have the skill? Do you have the capacity to be able to? Yeah, it would have been cool. Anyway, I think out of all of the open events and everyone that I've heard talk about it, from coaches to athletes to us to everyone, that this is like the most classic, perfect. I don't say classic. The most perfect open event.
Yeah.
That we've had, because of what it is. It's got a level of skill. It's got a level of volume. It has a level of weight to it. It has a level of volume to it. It's good.
Yep.
So
it's a great open test. Great open test. 23.1. Then we move to this one. Damn it. Okay, so I don't want an A and B. 15-minute AMRAP. 5 burpee pull-ups, 10 shuttle runs, add 5 burpee pull-ups after each round. So 5 burpee, 10 shuttle runs, 10, 10, 15, 10, 20, 10. And then after 15 minutes, you have 5 minutes to establish a 1 rep max thruster with any technique or range of motion or standards of which you like.
This was dumb in every facet of the word.
It was so close though. Here's an example.
On paper, yes.
Here's an example why I think it was close. I'm not going to disagree with you, but I'll just give an alternative to why it was close. What did we just say about the 1 to 10 to 1 workout or event from 2021?
Oh, that the formula was great.
Okay. Take that formula and use these movements.
Well, yeah, we said that if you were going to do a run, you'd have to make the run count.
Right. But that's the thing, right? Hey, this is a cool formula. What else can we do? And I was like, I don't know. I was trying to think of something. Boom.
Right.
1 to 10 to 1 burpee pull-ups and shuttle runs.
It would make more sense. They count that's what's so funny is it's like
this event. The world.
Totally.
This is your fault. But
I'm race walking. I'm now
yeah,
an official
right.
race
Now,
walker.
if you wanna win this worldwide, you can't race walk, but if you actually wanna perform the like, if you
Ah,
wanna
we had a girl that was
maximize
17th in the world,
yeah.
dude.
Well, that's not winning, but I get what you're saying.
17th in the world.
That's really good. You're right. I'm just trying to not be
I know, I hear
too
you, I
harsh
hear you,
here.
I get it. It's not about being harsh. I mean, it is what it is. You're right. It has the capabilities of being very accommodating to everyone.
Yeah.
A burpee and a pull-up, I mean, you even taking the pull-up out, it's a jumping pull-up. So it's like you're taking all of those things that would normally be tough for people where they gotta scale, "Well, I can't do a pull-up, so I gotta scale." Okay, cool. I don't think that the run part, like, I get it, that it was an attempt. What I like about it what I like about it was that it allowed everyone to see, okay, we can put running somehow in an online competition like that. So this is one of those, this to me, even though I think it failed, um, it was it was what opened up the door to go, "Oh, okay. Now we can put it in this way." So we can make it work if we wanted to, if you really think about it. We
Yeah.
can make it work. I just think that it just didn't hit the way it wanted to hit. And then you had the 1 rep max on top of that, which
Mhm.
I think that the whole 23 was the 23.2.
Yeah, yeah.
But not, I mean, whatever. It is what it is. There are always gonna be times where it's like, "That was badass," and it's this one is like, "Eh, that one sucked, but here's why." I see what we can use out of it. I mean, it did. How many shuttle runs were there after this event? Every fucking event now had a shuttle run in their either their qualifiers or whatever because of this event.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
it was okay. I
Yeah.
get it.
But, yes, did the whole community is like, "No, this is we missed."
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
That's
Yes.
okay. I mean, fine.
Yeah,
Alright.
alright, you missed. There's 71 of these damn things.
Right. It's cool. I get it,
Yeah,
man.
you tried. Alright, but 1 to 10 to 1. 1 to 10 to
Right.
1.
That would have been, God,
Dude,
we should try
it's
that.
it's 100. It's freaking GI Jane with shuttle runs in it.
Yeah.
Think about that. I was like, "Oh, 1 to 10 to 1." It's like, "No, no, 1 to 10 to 1. It's a 100 burpee pull-ups." That's a freaking girl workout.
Yeah.
It's a girl benchmark workout, and just to break 10 minutes there is hard.
Like, how the hell, well, jeez. Would you count 1 as a down and back? You'd have to.
Yes, yes, yeah.
Fuck, I'd get
1,
lost in the 10.
1, 2, 2. Dude, I'm just saying,
Well, then it would be, then wow.
right?
What do you think it would be about? I think it'd be all about the run. You spend all the time on the run.
No, because you can lose time on the burpee pull-ups, right? You don't try to gain time on the burpee pull-ups, you try to get on the shuttle run, but you try not to lose time, right? If you pout between every burpee pull-up and you do that for every one you do, that's almost 2 minutes of lost time you have to make up on the shuttle runs.
No, that's what I mean. Well, I mean, you can't
It puts a
walk. You
massive
can't
value
walk
on
it,
both, right? You
but
can't.
we
Well,
flipped
that's
it.
the thing, right? You can't walk it because you can't make it up
Right.
on the burpee pull-ups.
No, totally. Right. So that's what I mean. So now you have to run the run. I think it's all about the run because overall that will be the largest amount of time.
And yes, it makes the
Shit, do you
run.
think you can get that done in, I don't know if you could get that done in 10 minutes. There's no way.
No, not the whole thing, just the burpee pull-ups.
Oh.
Yeah.
What
No.
what if you went what if you went 1 to 10? What would you put a time frame on that? Or would you just go
20
1 to
minutes.
10 and do it 50?
20
20?
minutes. 20 minutes. 20-minute time cap.
Oh, I'm gonna have to fucking try that, I think.
I know. Did I just make you do shuttle runs?
Fuck. Dick.
See, this is how you guys are already looking at peaking. I'm gonna save this. I'm just gonna save that for our next discussion.
Yep. Damn it.
Because Boz might want to pull that back, right? Because it's like Dave programming Murph again. It's like, fuck, you guys are doing it again.
Well, I mean, he can be like, because now it's like, what? There's no question. Down and back is 1. Not
Right.
is down 1 and back 1. No, down and back 1.
No, I mean, just because everybody, I mean, look at the comments on this workout.
No, 100%.
Right?
100%.
Like, all right, we're going to program burpee pull-ups and shuttle runs again, but this time we're going to get it right. Have fun with
The
those.
cool thing is that Bot, I could see Bot, like, he's been questioned by the best athletes in the world. Like, well, what about if I did? Like people are complaining about, like, their score, their judging, whatever. And he's just like, looks right at you and be like, nope,
Yep.
we're doing it this way. So
Yep.
I could totally see him going, oh, you guys all hate this? Okay, fine. We'll fix it.
Yep.
We're going to make you do it again.
Yeah, we're going to show you that this is actually a good, like you can't break
Totally gonna
this
have to
one.
do that. God dang it.
I love it. Janelle, son of a bitch, I'm in.
Right.
All right. And then 23.3. So this is a stopgap one. A stopgap one with an ascending one. The stopgaps are both weight, skill, and time. Started off 6-minute cap to get 5 wall walks, 50 double unders, 15 snatches at 95 and 65. 5 wall walks, 50 double unders, 12 snatches at 135 and 95. If you got past the 6-minute mark, you got an additional 3 minutes to do 20 strict handstand push-ups, 50 double unders, 9 snatches at 185 and 125. If you got through that by the 9-minute mark, you got an additional 3 minutes with a 12-minute cap of 20 strict handstand push-ups, 50 double unders, and then 6 snatches at 225 and 155. We really jumped up a lot.
Yeah.
On this one.
Totally.
But when we talked about the themes that we both brought to the table before we even looked at all the last 3 years, is you have the stopgap ascending one, right? Okay, we wanted to test elevating skills with gymnastics and weightlifting. That was the attempt here, with some stopgap time caps as we work our way through that. All right. And so we just wanted to preview what the last 3 years have looked like with a 3-event open, and then workshop what a 3-event open could look like. Things we think about is like, are you going to get the perfect balance test with 3 events? You can get close.
You can be in the realm.
You can be in the realm.
You can be in the realm for sure.
I would say this, to get the right group to the next stage.
Right.
Right? We're taking 25%.
25%. This is our fitness fun run. This is our you know what's really, okay, here's a good question. Do you remember when they decided to make the scale divisions?
Yes.
And at that point, everyone was like, okay, sweet. Now that means the open can be more technical because you are now going down. So
was that 15? And that's why Dave put muscle ups in that first. Is that 2015? Is when they no, that is 2015 when they brought the scale division in.
Right.
And then he bumped up. Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
So do you think that they need to, if this is the fun run, do we need to have a scale division?
Ooh.
Because that can change what your programming is going to be. You know what I mean? Like if we're talking all inclusive, we want the intensity to be what it is, not the skill, it's not going to be, the 25% is going, or they're going. So we are, I don't want to say dumbing it down, but we're bringing that level of technicality and weight down so that everyone can play and everyone can showcase intensity. If that's the case, do we need to have a scale division? Because again, we're not trying to build fitness. I'm going
to say yes.
Testing your fitness.
I'm going to say yes because of the stage which we're in, which should mimic a lot of what happens in the affiliate. Plus, it just allows more people to want to join. And the more people participating and paying to play, the better it is for everybody. Game season, semifinals, like this is making money.
And I'm not talking the money side of it. I mean, I get all that part. I get.
Yeah, if I was sitting from a purity standpoint, is like, listen, we're gonna make these. Does that mean you're gonna program less technical stuff and then just say no scale division because of that? Or do you say keep the scale division so you can still put a little extra in?
You would know the numbers better on this than I would. What is the percentage of people that go scaled versus?
That's a good question, actually.
RXing.
Where's Barclay? I feel like that's a Barclay question. Or how? I don't know. Honestly,
put out the Barclay signal right there. Well, because like I know someone was asking about
what would a Barclay?
It's just like it's just a hashtag for numbers that kind of flash out there.
just gonna send out the nerd.
There it is.
Where's Barkley? When you need- I heard the song.
Because I know that someone was asking about a scaled division for the quarterfinals.
Barkley, that's a helping question. Sorry. With all due respect, by the way.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. Someone asked Dave about for the quarterfinals having a scale division. He's like, no, we're not going to do scale division, which makes total sense. They shouldn't.
No,
they shouldn't. But I mean, again, if you go to a half marathon, they have the fun run. We've already said that this is our fun run. So how long and hard and technical does this one need to be? Is there like a fun walk too because we have the fun run? That's I don't know. Because it's going to change. It's going to change how technical we're trying to get.
I don't think you have to worry about. I don't know. I say keep it in.
Some questions out there.
Keep it in. But I think it's a good question. Great talking point because there's also foundations. Don't forget that.
Right.
There's scaled and foundations. I'm cool with it because then you take and I'm camp like throw them in the fire. Totally. Welcome. If this is just a challenge, don't worry about how good or bad you do because we used to have to sell that when there wasn't a scaled division.
Right.
So I'm used to that. But I'm also cool with those I'm nervous. Don't worry. There's a scale division. Pop in it. Get your get your feet wet in the competition, and then next year, right? I think it's like a gateways division, right? And so if we can create more gateways to get people in, I'm cool with that. If they can want to come back because they did it, but they want to level up, if we get the person that goes foundation scaled RX in 3 years, I think that's a win because I think that elicits the model of the affiliate much better than than the sport does itself.
And I don't disagree with that. I mean, that is what we do in the fitness element.
Right.
This is
the thing. I think if you program the way you want to in certain ways, there's ways to do this that you can put in anything in the open with the right system and setup.
Okay, so here's what. We don't need to belabor the topic necessarily, but what I want to do is whenever we come up with whatever we're going to come up with.
Mm-hmm.
I think we need to not reprogram for the scaled and the foundations, but peruse what that might look like. As we're doing it.
All right.
Just to kind of see what it is, because it's is our initial race going to be so pared down so that it can be the most inclusive? Are we over paring it down, or are we not paring it down enough?
Got it. Okay, I like that. I have no intention of programming scaled workouts because we're taking 25%.
Okay, good, because I wasn't going to do that either. I was just thinking that I'm curious about. I'm curious about what HQ would do.
Right.
Okay. Anyway,
this was brought up before, and are we going to put a repeat in there?
We better fucking not. Not with 3 events.
I'm team no repeat. Not with 3 events.
No.
I'm team no repeat. Yes.
Not that and not that.
Hey,
look at the 3 years that we just did. There's a lot of really great events that you can take and tweak, tweak them. As we were talking about the stop gaps and stuff like that. Okay, I really like the we've said it, the double under the toes to bar, the squat clean event.
Yeah,
you can do the same type of thing. With using, overhead squats for increasing weight of overhead squats for your weighted work. And then you could do, rowing and still throw into, there's a lot of things you can do. Using it, not copying it, but using it and just building off of it.
Well, that's why we put those 3 formats in there, right? I said the buy-in, welcome to the open workout where it's just okay. Everyone can do 90% of the people can do some capacity of this, not be the best at it. Stopgap 1, time, weight, skill, all 3, whatever, and just a yuck fest.
Your favorite is the 60, 50, 40, 30, 21. Yeah, is that your overall favorite open workout?
Oh, my overall, personally,
whichever. Programming wise.
I would say 14-4, 23-1 is one of my favorites. Just top to bottom programmed workouts. Yes. I still think The best one as far as an overall test is still what 16-2 or the toes to bar, double under, squat clean, ascending ladder, time checks, like all that. I loved what they did the second time when they repeated it, which I think was 19 or 18.
Where they went to 8 minute.
Yeah, where they went to 8 minutes, so people got to play a bit longer than just the 4 minutes. I like that version the best.
Remember, I told you we did that event here at the gym, and I took all the stop gaps out.
Oh yeah,
which made it really fun.
Just put like a time cap.
There's a time cap. There's an overall time cap.
I like that.
That's
where those little things and nuances, time cap, stop
completely changes the event too.
Completely changes the event. But I think those are where I would like to see them lean into more than just like reprogram six. I'm getting the number wrong, but reprogram that.
Yeah.
Don't change anything except take the stop gaps out of it. There's already natural ones in there with the weights.
Exactly.
All right. Then there's like, oh, my workout was only 8 minutes long, which is a bullshit argument, by the way. We talked about that. Oh, my workout was only 6 minutes long. I didn't get fit. I'm like, you're competing. It's not the same thing. Right. Also, yes, you did.
Well, you weren't going as fast as you needed to, so you were doing a whole different race anyway.
Right. You screwed that up, not them. But, all right, hey, instead of 8 minutes to get here, you have 20 minutes. Now, go. The stop gap's already there. That's what the weight's for.
Right.
No need to put any undue pressure on anybody else and just let them party.
Yeah.
I like that.
I agree.
Like that idea. What did it say? Someone see a question. Oh, 16-2, 19-2.
Thanks, Chris.
Thank you. I'm glad I got that right. Let's see. SEMA. I actually had a conversation with somebody the other day about RX scaled and what they should do or which one's better. If you are between foundations and scale, which would you sign up for? Smash the foundations or do scaled and stop on a movement? I would argue is always do the harder version in the open. Because you guys got to remember, you are not training when you do the open. You are competing. You are testing yourself. You will find out more about yourself doing things you can't than you will doing things you can. If you do things you can, you're just checking boxes and you're just talking to yourself in the mirror. If you do things you can't, then the mirror is talking to you. It's telling you exactly what you are not good at and where you need to get better. So I always encourage people in the open is do the thing that's hard for you to do so you learn more about what you need to do in your daily training. We are not trying to get a good workout in the open. It is a test. It is a competition. It is a challenge. Step up and take the challenge.
Yeah, I think that's hugely important because you're not, for most, you're not doing the open to win the open. Like there's 5 people that are trying to win the open.
Right.
Everybody else is actually testing elite fitness. Yes. Everybody else is testing themselves. And the only way you test yourself is you got to step up to the line. I mean, if your test of the day is tying your shoes, great job. Like that's not a test. See what you can do. And if I always see this happen. Someone can't do a move in a particular division, and they will default to the easier one every single time.
All Larry's just saying is like if you don't have double unders, like
who cares?
Figure it out.
Who cares? Then do singles of double unders.
You can do a single double under.
There's ways to do it. See what your body can do. See what you can come up with. See what your coach can help you to come up with to actually try it. If for some reason your brain is not allowing you to, I know, and make it a sound clip for sure. Your brain is not allowing you to feel that you wasted a day of working out and you didn't get enough fitness that day. Fine. Like what I tell people all the time when we do our Friday night lights, hey, you're going to do the RX version or the hired up version, whatever it is that you're going to do. If you didn't get a workout because of whatever reason, you sat there for 10 minutes and you only worked out for a minute and a half or whatever, fine, sign up for the next heat and you can do whatever scaled version of it you want. But at least come in here and try to get one of the RX version. Test it. See what you can
Oh, I
do.
like that.
See what you can do. I mean, like, it is funny to me that everyone makes a big deal about like, but I didn't get a workout in today if I only worked out for 2 minutes.
I know.
Really?
Go for a run.
I mean, like, you will be fine. You will be fine. So I always
That is my favorite one is like, "Oh,
encourage.
have you been coming 5 days a week traditionally for
Anyways,
the last 5 years and eating perfectly and getting
right.
all the sleep and nutrition you should probably doing
Come
at
on
its
now.
most 100%" No! Who
Right.
cares?
You'll be fine today.
You'll be fine.
You'll be just
You'll
fine.
be fine. Alright. Let's do some programming.
All right, let's do it.
Do you wanna start okay, so we took repeat off the table.
Yes.
Took repeat off the table. What about lift? A single lift.
I fucking say no.
Okay, please.
Well,
Good. I didn't wanna fight you.
no, I mean the yeah. When I was driving over here, I was thinking, fuck, we're gonna have to come up with some dumb lift. I'm like, the only way I would take it is if it was like you had to do you had whatever 7 minutes to get like a true bear complex done.
Yeah.
Something like that. But other than
Like
that,
5 rounds or the 7 is it 7 rounds of
7
5
rounds of
lifts
whatever it is.
without putting the bar down?
Yeah, that's the only one I'd pick. So
Yeah.
let's just say no. Are we
Okay.
going 3?
3.
3. Done.
I'd love to just do 3. Just to show not them, not
To show them.
CrossFit. Show everybody
That's them.
around the world.
Yep.
It can be done. Okay, so I think week 1 is buy-in. But how do we make it accessible yet devastating without being like dumb?
Okay. All right. Let me. Okay. I'm all for that. Let me ask you this. Intensity, Dave said, was important on this, especially on this first one, and accessibility.
Mhm.
So I would say like the ones that are always just painful are when you have a couplet. I mean, I would say that this would be one of those times to do your burpee, pull up and run one, but that would be too long. I think you got to keep it like you got to keep it like around 10-ish minutes on this or less even.
Okay. Yes. Yeah. That's a long one. I had something around 10 to 15 in my head
Okay.
for week 1. I would love to do one where you get certain like short AMRAP blocks of a monostructural weightlifting and gymnastics, just because I'm a WMG triplet guy, where all those reps, so say like 4 or 5 minutes a piece, 5 minutes here, into 5 minutes here, into 5 minutes here, and you add up all the reps. But I feel like you have to make sure that all of those have an equal opportunity to get the very near the same rep scheme.
Same
so like
numbers,
don't
yeah.
put double unders in there for 5 minutes. It's more like row cals.
Do you think it'd be better to do it that way or if you do it in rounds? Because I think if you do it, if you're setting it up the way you're talking about, you're going to have, depending how you set it up,
Mm-hmm.
the third one where that may be your better movement. Like now you're shit out of luck.
Oh yeah,
you
because like
wasted
this
it on
was
the other part.
that's a good point. I like that.
So you could do your GW but do it as rounds.
Okay, so MWG triplet for rounds.
Okay.
Okay.
Do you count burpees as gymnastics or you count it as Metcon?
Oh, gymnastics. I'm keeping to the purest form.
Okay. Okay. Oh shit, dude. A death by. Do a death by.
Oh, death by week 1.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you'll go up by 2s, burpees over the bar.
Uh-huh. Now the challenge of that is
the Metcon part.
the challenge of that is someone no repping to get to the next round because we saw the death by wall ball one cause some problems. I'm also thinking like
let's do this. Let's not make it. No death by. Make it a
Like ascending?
8 or a 10-minute time cap,
Okay.
ascending.
Ooh, all right. I'll throw out
Oh, toes to bar, thrusters, and rowing.
thrusters in week 1,
Why not? Lightweight, 95 pounds, 65.
barbell or dumbbell?
You pick.
Ooh,
Dumbbell.
dumbbell. 2, 4,
And
6, 8, 3, 6, 9, 12. What do we do?
Do you want burpees or do you want toes to bar?
Oh, I kind of want to try to save the burpee.
Okay. So go, okay. That's even better because now you have, I mean, the burpee, you want something to jump over.
Yeah.
So, okay. So 2 calorie, so 222, 444, 666, 888.
Okay.
Calorie on the row. Is that enough?
It will be.
2 pulls, 2 toes to bar, 2 thrusters.
Yeah. With dumbbells.
4 cals, 4 toes to bar, 4 thrusters with dumbbells.
Okay.
You think 8 minutes or 10 minutes?
Ooh.
10 would be a grind.
10.
Okay.
Give people time to get there.
Okay.
10. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. By round 5, like that row is 30 to 45 seconds.
Yep.
Right? 10 toes to bar is the same. Like those times fit.
Right.
10 thrusters is 30 seconds. It's really like 2 seconds a rep, but
right.
Like, so those times all fit with each other. Whew.
Right?
Yeah. All right. So, because you got the leg drive pull of the row, you've got the core flexion, because you got the hinge also of the row. You've got the core flexion and grip pull down on the bar. And then you have the squat hip extension press overhead of the thruster, not with a barbell. Therefore, you require less space, easier to manage a class, especially if it's large, or even do this in your garage. No floor plan necessary other than don't put the rower within 3 feet of the rig. Same with the dumbbells. And that's it. So you solve your floor plan problem. Sorry. Problem, safety, and it's a buy-in. Toes to bar. Like, it's toes to bar. Even if you're doing singles, you are going to get a great workout in 10 minutes. Right. And those that are great are going to get to those just grinder beat down rounds. I mean, shoot, by the time you get to
my poor classes, dude, they're going to be doing all these. They're going to be doing all these fuck.
All right, I'll sign up on that. All right, so cal row, toes to bar, dumbbell thrusters, 10 minutes, adding 2 each round. Mm-hmm. Weight is 50 and 35. Yep. That'll play. All right, so that's week 1.
Okay.
We got 10 minutes. We've squatted. We already threw dumbbell thrusters out there. Just
done.
I'm all right. I'm cool with that. That's a good curveball.
Like get it while everyone's excited too.
Yeah, like, damn. Because you look at that as like that's an open workout.
Yeah.
Right. Griffin, new movement this year.
No.
I don't think so.
I don't think we will.
Yeah.
I don't. Dave was like, creativity. No, it's not the place for it.
Hey, no shame, Scott, and singles on toes to bar, buddy.
No way.
Just keep moving. Run if you have to. Just hang on to that bar. Lots of transitions. Yeah. It's very similar. It combines 18-1.
Was that the row, hang, clean, and jerk one?
Hang, clean, and jerks. So very similar to that, but an ascending rep scheme. And then the 20-minute AMRAP one of the dumbbell thrusters, double unders, and I think it was toes to bar as well for that one.
Yeah.
So, yeah, very open-S movements in combinations that are not unique to the open. The 10-minute really just kicks you in the nuts too, because like you can't waste time.
You can't. And what's crazy is the first 5 minutes, you'll be flying through this and you'll get to like the set of like 8. You're like, dude, I'm kicking ass. And you'll look up at the clock and it'll be like 3.5 minutes and you'll go, oh shit.
Oh, no.
I thought it was like 8 minutes in.
If you get to the round of 10, you've done 30 of everything already, and it's probably less than 5 minutes.
Right. That's what I mean.
I like that. Andy, I don't know if you're trolling us or you haven't watched the show before. Okay.
That's only for the games. Only for
All
the
right.
games.
Event 2. We've now bought in. We still have Stopgate Ascending on the table. Is that a week 2 thing or is that a week 3 thing? Do we save the yuck for week 3?
Do you think you're, well, let me ask you this. Is your yuck? I think if we do this Stopgate, I think that one's going to be longer. Yeah.
Oh yeah. So that's when I'm thinking this one, I think a week 2, this is such a shitty way to do this, but like week 2 is 15 to 20 minute Stopgate Ascending challenge. And our week 3 is just going to be a sub 8 minute, 5
totally.
to 8 minute.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So we just squatted and pressed. Ooh. Do you oh man.
Remember the 50-50-50 calorie row, handstand push-up, deadlift one?
Yeah.
What if you do your increasing
I was thinking
weights on deadlifts? Is that the
snatches and burpees? Something like that.
Okay.
Okay, so deadlift could be on. I was thinking a pull from the floor, a Stopgate weightlifting movement.
I was trying to think different than. I mean, it could be
not repeating.
Right. No, I hear you.
I was like, all right, maybe I was like, no, we're not going to do cleans.
That's what I was thinking because we did it on that one, yeah.
Overhead, and we've already had a lot of Stopgate cleans.
Plus, I would rather
last week or last.
I'd rather be able to use like clean and jerk or snatch or something like that on the last one.
Okay.
Do ascending deadlift. You want
this a pull from the floor twice? You know what the new movement could be that everyone loves to do? And you get your pull and your hinge in there, but it's not from the floor. Everybody loves hang power cleans. And then you get your new movement.
The fucking bounce.
I'm not bouncing shit. I'm going to break my femur if I bounce things off.
I'll tell you what. I have some people in my gym that are fucking so proficient at bouncing it off their legs.
It's unreal. I think I saw Sam Dance do like 315 before.
Yeah. I try so hard to the point where they've gotten so good at doing that it's messed up their regular clean. They end up now standing it up and then having to bounce it to get the bar up.
Yeah. I'm not worried about what people do with it.
No.
So those of you guys in the chat, all like, so here's where the conversation can have about things to think about. And I'm not calling your names out. I'll just say what you wrote. It's like, let's do front squats. It's like, we just did thrusters. We're not going to do front squats. Let's do devil press. We're not going to use dumbbells. We just use dumbbells. Dumbbell hang power cleans. We're not going to we don't use, it's only 3, right? We don't want to retread the same. We don't want to retread the same piece of equipment. We don't want to retread the same movement. That's why we're sitting around here. Is like, okay, we're thinking a barbell. If Bill say he wants to do some type of clean and jerk or snatch on week 3, now what we're trying to figure out is like, do we want to pull heavy from the floor week 2? But I want to pull in there because the pressing we did.
Right. Let's do you like hang cleans or hang snatch for the last one?
For the last one?
Well, if we're going to be, depending on whatever pull that we're using, I mean,
I wouldn't hate an overhead squat for week 3. So a hang power clean in week 2.
Okay. Are we going heavy on are we increasing the weight?
On the hang power clean?
Yeah. That's our
Yes.
stop gate, right?
I want to do it, yes. And a stop gate with
So
one other
95,
movement, two other movement.
135, 185, 225.
Yeah. I've always wanted them to do 135, 65, 95, 225, 255. Just adding 15s, but that's, who has that many 15s in their gym? So, yeah, the 95, 35, 85, 25.
Okay. All right. All right. So that's the chunk. So where
Oh, no, damn it.
what?
I
Oh,
was going
you
to
went.
say wall balls. We just
Oh,
did
yeah,
press
yeah. We
roll.
just did that. Yeah.
All right, so hang power cleans, ascending in weights,
Oh, shit, no.
95, 35, 85, 25, 75, 275.
Yeah.
All right, so that's five stop gaps. We don't need the sixth. We'll just do 5.
They had a 315 for the
I know they did, but
Well, I mean, you can still have it in there. Like for them, I think they left it open. It was max reps on that one. If
yeah.
there's time. I mean, depending what the other movements are.
All right. So we got the hang through the middle.
Do you want your burpees on this one?
I was going to say, do you want to use your burpees here?
Yeah, I don't think we need them on the last one.
Okay. I think the stop gap for burpees, although we just did increasing reps, maybe just keep them the same.
Yeah.
Okay, well, what if you do something like 16.2, but with burpees, double unders, and hang power cleans?
Yeah, totally. Keep the burpee and the double unders the same and do your
burpees and double unders the same.
go 15, 13, 11.
Yeah.
9,
yes.
7.
Yes. So 16.2. Keep brainstorming there. I'll pull this up for everybody. You want to do the 2019 version?
Yeah, I'd take the time cap out.
Oh yeah, no time cap. Good job. Yes. All right. So here's what we're looking at. If you guys are rolling with us. Oh, hold on.
Hey, we got 150 of you guys in here. Nice job.
Holy we do? I don't see the numbers.
Thanks for hanging out, guys.
Whoa, guys. You're just
Yeah.
listening to us yap about this? Holy crap. By the way, you guys helped us get the 2 largest back-to-back shows we've ever had in the soon-to-be 4 years we've been doing this podcast.
You guys are so awesome.
So thank you to you guys. Oh, I didn't scroll down in the chats. Oh, whoa. All right. All right, so let me pull this up. This is what we're working with. Not a repeat, but a format. And how many times we say you can do this format with anything? It'd be cool to see this again. So 25 toes to bar, 50 double unders, 15 squat cleans. That's every time. It's 25 and 50 is the buy-in that they had with toes to bar and double unders. We'll just build it up for now. 15 squat cleans, 13, 11, 9, 7. You started with 8 minutes to get the first 2 rounds in, and then you got 4 and 4. But we're saying, and you did this before, it's just going to be a 20-minute time cap.
Yep.
So we did a 10-minute AMRAP. Now we have a 20-minute time cap. Do you want to stick with 25 on the burpees? How many are 1, 2, 3, 4? There's 5. Do you want to make them 20?
Yeah, go 20. Because you don't want it to take that long.
So 20 bar facing burpees. Now you don't need to go to a target. So now we're limiting our floor plans. 20 bar facing burpees. You don't need anything for a jump rope. Just have it next to your bar.
Yep.
And do you want to keep it at 50? Or do you want to beef up the double unders?
I know you do.
I'm team 80. I mean, it is 250 if you do them all. Team 80, because then it's like 20 and 80, that's 100. Not that it even needs to be a thing.
20 and 80 is 100.
15, 13, 11, 9. 13, 20, 20, 45.
How much time are you wanting that? How much time are you wanting that to be? Because that's going to be standard all the way through.
So 20 burpees under fatigue is minute and a half.
Minute and a half, yeah.
Yep. Minute and a half. 75 double unders. Niv, you put in there. Did we have 75 double unders in that open workout with the wall ball shots? Because it was like 7 muscle ups, 50 wall ball shots, 75 double unders.
Yeah. I'm surprised you're cool with those numbers. That seems like a weird number.
Well, that's why I said 80.
No, I know.
Just pick all prime numbers. That would be funny. Unfortunately, 9 is not one.
20.
But that would be fun.
Put it in there for now. Make it 80 for now. And we'll see what it looks like.
All right, let me write it down. So 20 bar facing burpees, 80 double unders, and then 15, 13, 11, 9.
Oh, here's a question. I got a
7
question.
of hang power cleans.
I got a question for you.
Same weights from 2016.
I got a question for you.
Okay, sorry.
We're doing a triplet again.
Oh, we are.
Same type of thing. Should we take the doubles under and say 30 bar facing burpees, 15?
All right. Well, okay. So do you want to do this? Is use these weights, but do bar facing burpees. Because right now we're looking at 100 total bar facing burpees.
Right.
Which I think is plenty.
Totally.
Do we want to, I said 13-1 repeat idea. Do we do 13-1 format with bar facing burpees and hang power cleans? Because then that was 40, 30, 30, 30, 20, 30.
Yes.
And
yes.
max reps.
That's what we do.
Okay, so now you're going to go, all right, so now, okay, let me know what these numbers look like. 40 bar facing burpees, 30 hang power cleans at 135. 30 bar facing burpees, 30 hang power cleans at 185.
I mean, I like that.
20 bar facing burpees, 30 hang power cleans at 225. Keep in mind, yeah.
Well, yeah. Okay. Well, then what if we bring the numbers, the volume numbers are fine.
Or do you want to drop the volume numbers with the burpees?
No, just bring the weight down. Bring the weight down to more what the snatch was.
Okay, snatch was, but starting at 135, we're not going to put 75 pounds in there.
Well, what about starting at 95? 30 at 95. Okay. 30 at 135. 30 at 185. 30 at 225. 95, 135, 85.
So 40, 95, 30, 35, 20, 85, 10, 225.
25.
Okay.
Is that 4? That's 4 rounds, huh?
It's 4 rounds. So then it would be max hang power cleans at 225.
Well,
17-minute time cap.
4, yeah, because we're doing 30. We're doing 30 burpees, yeah?
Yeah.
Or no.
We're doing 30 reps.
40, 30, 20.
40, 30, 20. So that's 100 bar facing burpees. So we're
still max 225. Max at 225.
Oh, do you want to drop that time cap at all? 15? Because it's not like snatches when you're getting there at.
You think people are going to be able to get through that?
Well, I'm more thinking about our elites. Like, do I want them to do 7 minutes of 225-pound hang power cleans?
Oh, yeah. Right? I see what you're saying.
Yeah, I'm on the opposite side of the spectrum right now. I think we got the
group. Yeah. No, I'm
15 minutes.
15 minutes.
Okay. 15 minutes. All right.
I mean, dude, that's.
Or do you want to make it?
Or
do you want to just make it 10? Just 10?
No, because we'll need a long one. Like if it was us calling it, we'd be like, all right, just did 3 2-minute. You did 2 10-minute workouts and a 5-minute workout.
No, I was saying do 30, 30, or what if we went 40, 30, 20, 10 for both? 40 at 95, 30 at 135, 20 at 185, 10 at 225. And then it's just for time. Instead of max hang power cleans at the end. So 40, 30,
Okay.
20, 10, bar facing burpees, hang power cleans, but the hang power cleans go 95, 35, 85, 25. And for the women, it goes 65, 95,
135.
135, 155. And it's just for time, but give people a 20-minute cap.
Yes.
So you keep the 20-minute cap, but it is for time, and we're not just beating down these elites because they can get there faster than everybody, and they just got to sit down, hang power clean their brains out.
No, that would be good.
All right,
That'd be
now
good.
we're there. All right, guys, this is how it happens. 40, 30, 20, 10, bar facing burpees, hang power cleans.
Fuck, I want to do that one too.
I do. I want to see that's the cool thing too, is like when you make a workout you want to do. Okay. 20-minute cap. 95, 35, 85, 225 for hang power cleans, and for the women, 65, 95, 135, 155.
Yeah.
20-minute time cap, but it is for time. All right.
All right, you're burning it to the ground now.
Now we went 10 minutes of just like getting stuck in the mud, right? It just got hard. This one, slugfest. Hang power cleans. Everybody loves a good hang power clean.
Totally.
Bar facing burpees, classic. Now, all right. So we've rowed. We still have double unders. We got double unders back.
We haven't done any box jumps.
We haven't done any box jumps. All right. So we rowed. Hinge, leg drive, pull, monostructural. We did toes to bar, flexion, core, pull, gymnastics. We did dumbbell thrusters, squat, hip extension, press, weightlifting. Hang power clean, hinge, pull, weightlifting, no squat, burpees over the bar, gymnastics, push, jump. Okay. So on the table,
I don't think double unders will make it burn enough.
okay.
Which I know is ripping out at your heart right now.
All right, so I got one for you. I actually did this workout, and I was going to put it as a Programmatron workout, but I'm willing to waste it. Okay. No, because we did dumbbell thrusters. Gosh darn it.
Okay, we'll change it. What was it? What was it?
All right, so it was. I'll give the weights what I did, but what an open version would be. It was 30 wall ball shots with a 30-pound ball, 150 double unders, 60 alternating dumbbell snatch, 150 double unders, 30 wall ball shots at a 30-pound ball. I would change that to 50 with a 20-pound ball, 150 and 50 in the middle.
Time frame?
Sub 10. Sub 8. Easily. Unbroken. 2 minutes for the wall ball, less than 2 minutes on the double lunge if you're good. 2 minutes, like it's all there.
Wall ball, double under, dumbbell snatch.
Double under.
Double under, wall ball.
Okay, so.
And what's the number again? It's 30.
So it would go 50, 150, 50, 150, 50. I'd use the 20, not the 30.
Dude, put that. Yes, put that on there.
We already did dumbbell thrusters in week 1. That's what I'm saying. Like, it is a great one, but I feel like we need to bring the.
But what about?
Oh, wait. Barbell. Keep it a barbell. 75 and 55.
Yeah, snatch.
Overhead squat, double under, snatch, right? Because now it's
same barbell. Yeah. All right,
overhead squat, double under, snatch. Randy,
right?
Put Randy in the middle. 25 overhead squats, 150 double unders, 75 snatches, 150 double unders, 25 overhead squats.
Done. Yeah.
Because 25, we're going unbroken. Double unders, you're just there, but it's all fatiguing here. You hit Randy in the middle, 75 at 75. Yeah. And then just, can you hold on at the very end? It's not too heavy for everybody. Everybody can do it. It's just going to be hard. And those that are the elite will burn that thing to the ground.
Yeah. Dude, yep,
And so now we got
that's
the
the third
overhead
one.
squat. I forgot we talked about that.
Yeah.
We got the double unders back, and it's a barbell. It's not a WMG, which we almost got hung up on for the third time in a row, but like it's monostructural. And here's the other thing. The other one is weightlifting gymnastics, and this is monostructural weightlifting.
Yep.
Holy shit. All right, so I said what? We said 25, 150, 75, 150, 25. Overhead squats at 75 and 55.
Yep.
Double unders. Power snatches.
Yep.
Essentially Randy. And this will get rid of the kettlebell swings not being able to be programmed to the open. Dude.
All they got to do is ask us. I would love to do all these.
Wow.
I think all these would be super fun.
I'm going to have to do this. Damn it. I'm going to have to do this one, even though I just did that other one. Dude, those last 30 wall ball shots with 30 pounds, I was jumping my ass off. I felt like Bailey. I don't know if she's still listening.
I love 30-pound wall balls.
Our open, Julie.
So good.
Our open.
They're so good.
Okay. To recap, 24.1 is AMRAP in 10 minutes of 2 cal row, 2 toes to bar, 2 dumbbell thrusters at 50 and 35. After each round, add 2 reps. So 2, 4, oh, there you are, Bailey. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 until the time's up. It's only 10 minutes. There's no time to lose. We've got the leg drive, hinge, pull on the rower with a monostructural movement. We have the flexion, core, pull, gymnastics movement with the toes to bar. And then we have the squat, hip extension, press overhead with the weightlifting. Ascending rep, so stuck in the mud, right? Like the old tractor pull.
Yep.
Then we come to week 2. We have an ascending weight, but it's 40, 30, 20, 10, bar facing burpees and hang power cleans. The hang power clean weights go 135 and 95. 95, 65.
Right.
135, 95. 185, 135, 225, 155. What was it? 20-minute time cap?
Yeah.
20-minute time cap. You've got the hinge pull weightlifting movement this time, which is the exact opposite of the squat press weightlifting movement we did in the event before. You have bar facing burpees, which is a press from the floor when we had a pull from the rig, and the jump, and it's an extension movement versus the flexion movement. Fuck, dude, the more we talk about this.
Right.
And the floor plans can fit anywhere. You need a barbell, weights, and you're doing a burpee over it. You can do this in your garage. You can do this in your affiliate. It's all good. Same with the rower, toes to bar, dumbbell. It's like it can all be in one spot. Where's the rig? All right, move your rowers over there.
Right.
And then the last one, chipper, 25 overhead squats at 75 and 55, 150 double unders, 75 snatches any way you want, 150 double unders, 25 overhead squats. We've taken the barbell, and instead of the thruster where it's a squat press, it's just a full range of motion in the overhead position with another squat because we didn't squat in week 2. And it's not like we squatted a bunch in week 1, and we're only squatting 50 times here with a light bar. We've got double unders in the mix. We have a weightlifting monostructural combo when we just did a weightlifting gymnastic combo off of our WMG in the first one. And then with the snatches, when they're from the floor to overhead, we are doing the extended range of motion with a light weight for high reps that we didn't do in the workout before, which was heavier weight at a smaller rep scheme. And it's a chipper, and nothing is too hard for you at the end. You just have to want it. Bro.
So good.
This is such a good idea.
Yeah.
I was going to write things down and just go for it. You're like, no, let's just do it on the show. I was like, all right.
Well, it's great because we've never really done that. We've never really built from scratch. We've always tweaked other people's.
Yeah.
But we've never done it that way.
50 and 35, David, for the thruster weight on the first. Dang.
Dude, those are good. You know what? You know what I want you to do? Throw it in our chat. I want to see what JR
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
and Taylor think about it.
Man, dude, this is fun.
So good.
Are there people still watching? I don't see the number.
We've had upwards of 180 people. We got 170 right now.
You guys are insane.
I hope you guys are liking the show.
I hope you are liking it. If you while you're here, go to our YouTube channel. Well, I guess you are there. We are going to do our preview of our open quarterfinals show Inside the Leaderboard. We're doing that tomorrow. We're going to explain what Inside the Leaderboard is going to be. I don't know. What if we did?
That just means that great minds.
Great minds. Yeah, that's what I was going to say. We're previewing what the Inside the Leaderboard show will be, which will be a weekly show the day before the Open. We're going to go through what our leaderboard design will be if we are going to do the top 100 worldwide based off your Open performance and quarterfinal performance combined to determine what the strength of field would be and the game spots allocated for all semifinal regions. We'll do that week to week. This will be on our own. It's not what CrossFit's doing. This is what we're doing. We did a show this back in December. I think I called this the greatest show we ever did. Yeah, but apparently that was last Friday.
That's right.
And we'll preview all that. Along with that, we'll talk about Dave Castro's hints, what the programming has been, both .com and CAP, and we'll try to guess with all these clues and information what the Open workout will be. And as the weeks go on, we'll recap the week before, we'll preview the next week, and we'll update the leaderboard as we go. So that will be tomorrow. So if you guys want to roll with us tomorrow, thank you so much for rolling with us now. That was super fun, Bill. Great idea.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Absolutely great idea. And yeah, join us tomorrow. We'll go in more detail of what our Inside the Leaderboard show will look like. We'll preview some things and how that could shake out. And join the fun, because it's more fun when there's more of you guys in the chat. We read it. We respond to it. So thank you guys so much. First clue was a middle finger. Yes. Is that real? I haven't checked. That'd be great. That'd be so Dave. But Bill, sounds like a pretty good Open to me. Enjoy doing all those. I need to do all these too.
I need to do those. I can't.
You know what I'm happy about is that I can do all these.
Exactly.
All right, guys. Thanks for joining us. We appreciate you so much, and we will see you guys tomorrow.
Later, guys.